Good morning friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Advocate Amit Kumar Gupta. In the series of my income tax cases, the case which I will discuss today is the case of the Delhi ITAT, and this case is very important and a very different type of issue has come in this case. The name of the case is Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax versus AMARJEET Singh, and the matter has been decided on April 12, 2022. In this case, the assessee sold a property to a company, and when this property was sold, the agreement to sale was done, the sale deed was done, but the consideration was not received by the seller. The purchase price was not paid to the seller, and the stamp duty was also paid by the purchaser when the sale deed was done. The main issue was that the consideration was not received by the seller and the possession was not handed over by the seller to the purchaser. When the assessee filed its return of income, the assessee didn't show it as a sale of property and did not consider the capital gain of that property because the sale consideration was not received by the assessee. When the scrutiny was going on, the assessing officer found that there was a sale and the assessee has not shown the capital gain on that property. So the assessing officer calculated the capital gain and added it into the income of the assessee. The assessee version was that because the payment has not been received by the assessee, so that is why the assessee has not shown this income in his return of income. The assessee also emphasized that there was no evidence that the sale price has been received. There was no evidence that the possession has been handed over. The only point was that the purchaser has paid the stamp duty and the sale deed was registered. The assessing officer was also not able to pinpoint anything which shows that the purchaser has taken the steps to recover the possession of the property. Even the AO did not inquire about that whether the purchaser has paid the purchase price or not, because the assessee was saying that he has not received the purchase sale amount. So in this particular case, it was the duty of the assessing officer to inquire from the purchaser whether he has paid the purchase price or not. No inquiry was done by the assessing officer from the purchaser also. When this matter came to the CIT appeal, the CIT appeal also looked into the matter and gave the decision into the favor of the assessee that sale price has not been received. So section 2 subsection 47 clause 5 which says about the transfer, and section 45 subsection 1 which says about the calculation of the capital gain does not arise, because actually the sale has not taken place, the consideration has not been received, and the Transfer of Property Act also does not apply, because until the possession has been handed over, you cannot say that the complete sale has taken place. So the department went against the order of the CIT appeal into the ITAT, and ITAT also gave the decision into favor of assessee that there was a lot of lack of effort on the part of the assessing officer to inquire a lot of things, like from the purchaser whether he has received the possession, whether the electricity bills have been paid by the purchaser or the seller, and whether the sale deed was showing the chart of payments made by the purchaser to the seller. So all this work which has to be done by the purchaser was not done by the assessing officer. So in this particular case, ITAT remanded the matter back to the to the CIT appeal to inquire what is the status of the payment made and received, and also tell CIT appeal to inquire from the assessing officer what is the status of the payment which has been made or not. So, in the conclusion, the ITAT remanded the matter back to the CIT appeal because there was lack of inquiry on the part of the assessing officer. So the ITAT thought that it will be better that if the CIT appeal will do the inquiry by taking the help of the assessing officer, this matter was remanded back to the CIT appeal. Friends, at the end of this video, I am once again repeating the name of the case. The name of the case is Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax versus AMARJEET Singh, and the case has been reported in 95 ITR Tribunal short notes page number 62, and this case has been decided on April 12, 2022. Thank you, friends.